The winter weather has arrived. Light snow is falling all around Tennessee today. Some folks have seen more accumulation than others, but most of the schools in the mid-state are closed. And if you think it's cold now, just wait. Well, welcome to Channel 4 News at Noon. I'm Tom Reynolds.
As Tom said, I think it's going to be a lot colder outside than what we're seeing right now. Really cold temperatures aren't even here yet.
Now, we have team weather coverage this afternoon. Meteorologist Paul Hagan and Nancy Van Camp are in the Pinpoint Weather Center with details.
Good afternoon, guys. Yeah, the snow a little bit late in arriving. It took its time getting here, but now it has moved into the Nashville metro area, and now we're going to start seeing some accumulations.
And we have several waves of snow on the radar right now. Let's go in for a closer look at what's happening right in the Green Hills area, the southern section of Davidson County. And we pull out to see all of Davidson County, and you can see snow, of course, in both areas. We have plenty of snow showers from Jolton to Madison to Donaldson to Belmead on down into Brentwood and Antioch. Coming out for the wider view, you can see this wave sliding through Middle Tennessee from west to east. It's moving pretty quickly, dropping more snow in the Dover area, the Clarksville area, and getting ready to slide into Springfield. Springfield, notice that you're getting a bit of a dry slot right now, but there's more snow on the way for you. And this snow shower activity that's moving through Gallatin and into Lafayette will move on to Carthage and Gainesboro and Murfreesboro, on down into Manchester, Tullahoma. You're not getting much right now, but more is headed your way as this line will move through your area as well. Coming up, we'll talk about what you can expect for the rest of the day. In fact, Paul has a little taste of that right now.
That's right. We have a look outside right now, and the snow is coming down. The roads, as we look at the main roads, are mostly wet, but you can see some snow starting to add up on the roads in between lanes and in between kind of the tire tracks at the moment. The treated roads have been mostly wet so far, but as the snow intensifies over the next hour or so, we are going to see some accumulation. So do take it easy if you have to be traveling around. Allow some extra time, allow some extra stopping distance, and even if you drive one of the vehicles like is driving by right now, four-wheel drive does not mean four-wheel stop. Let's take a look at the forecast as we head through the rest of the day. Temperatures are going to stay at or just below freezing and then dropping off quickly this evening as the snow winds down. Heaviest snow in the Nashville metro area is going to be between now and when that band that Nancy was showing just a second ago moves through. That's going to be around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, then progressing farther to the east along the plateau and eventually down to a few flurries by this evening. But then the cold air moves in. We'll talk about exactly how much snow we expect and how cold it's going to feel by tomorrow morning, coming up a little bit later.
All right, Paul, Nancy, we'll see you in just a bit. Well, the first signs of winter weather began showing up in Montgomery County.
We found that a lot of times. The snow actually started falling on folks in Clarksville early this morning, and that's where Channel 4's Jonathan Martin is right now. Jonathan, how's it going up there? Looks like it's slacked off, at least for the moment.
It has. It's the wind has picked up definitely, Jennifer, but definitely the snow flurries aren't falling as heavily as they were before. And standing in certain areas, you might be fooled. If you look down here, you might think, gee, Clarksville got all this snow. But when you start doing some digging, you see it's about a quarter of an inch or so, just a quarter of an inch. Not a whole lot, but when you think about it so far, that's a whole lot more than most have seen. It wasn't the inch of snow they'd hoped for, but these girls still managed to scrape together enough of it in their driveway to build a snow castle. Just after 3:30 this morning, snow flurries appeared in Clarksville. The off and on showers have left about a quarter of an inch on the ground and on Calvin Holliday's car. He's headed out of town, and last night he was worried about getting stuck here.
Like I said, I didn't want none, but like I said, this ain't nothing.
For the most part, trucks spreading salt are keeping roads clear and accidents to a minimum.
It's fun being able to see snow.
And even though this castle might not get much bigger, for these kids, a day off from school might just make up for it. That's right, Montgomery County Schools, Clarksville Montgomery County Schools canceled classes about 4 o'clock this morning after the snow started to fall. Let's take you out here to the roads here. You can see that they're pretty clear, but we did just hear from Clarksville police that they've had about 6 accidents here in the city this morning. When you think about how big Clarksville is, that's not a whole lot. That's not a big number, but they're saying that shows that there are still some spots out here on the roads that are slick, but we have seen some of the crews out here treating the roads and then coming back an hour later and retreating them. So definitely be careful as you're driving around today. We are live in Clarksville this noon. I'm Jonathan Martin, Channel 4 News.
All right. I like the creativity anyway, Jonathan. That was a pretty cute little castle.
There you go.
All right. Well, Nashville is certainly not seeing as much snow and accumulation here as in Clarksville.
But some flakes have been falling, and the cold has definitely caused some problems. Channel 4's Deanna Lambert joins us now live from the Gap Pike with details. Deanna?
Well, Tom, since we've been here over the past hour, the snow has really started to fall, as you can see, but it's still not sticking to the roads, to the major roads here like McGavock Pike, but it is starting to collect over there on the shoulder. Now, you'll notice the Metro water crew here working at the corner of McGavock and Elm Hill. This is just one of 7 crews that have been responding to water breaks today. The water break here was a 12-inch water break, and it affected a few of the hotels and the businesses here, but they are almost complete with this water main break. Now, earlier this morning at the corner of Trinity and Ellington Parkway, crews were also working there on a 12-inch water main break. Crews are still on the scene of that. The northbound exit of Ellington will be closed for a few more hours until that situation is corrected there. Now, these pipes are made out of cast iron, which combined with the cold temperatures can become extremely brittle. So that's the reason for some of the water main breaks around town. Now, I spoke with one of the workers out here. It's always a challenge for these guys to stay warm. One guy we spoke with said that yesterday a person's glove actually froze to some of the pipe that they were working on. So extremely brutal conditions for these guys who have to be out here in these elements. But again, all the major roads we've driven on this morning, 65, 40, 440, all no major problems as far as anything sticking to the roads. But certainly be careful if you're out there. Reporting live from Donaldson, Deanna Lambert, Channel 4 News.
Hey, Deanna, before we let you go, it almost seems as though the snow is picking up in intensity just from the time you went on to right now when you're signing off. Is that right?
I'm sorry, Tom. Can you repeat your question?
No, I was talking about the snow. It seems like the intensity of the snow has picked up just since you went on the air.
Oh, definitely, Tom. We've been out here for the past hour, and you can see it collecting here on the ground. I mean, this wasn't happening when we first got here. And there's also a pond nearby that you can actually see some of the snow that's collected on the pond and is essentially laying there, but the ducks actually don't seem to mind at all. But yes, the intensity here of the snow is really picking up.
All right, Deanna Lambert reporting live for us. Thanks. Our Channel 4 cameras were out early and caught this Metro TDOT salt truck getting the roads ready for the winter weather. This was in the Bordeaux section on Briley Parkway at I-24 this morning. Well, Channel 4 photojournalist Mike Padronis is out driving around Nashville for us this afternoon.
That's right. He's out there checking out the roads in the areas that could potentially give drivers some problems over the next day or two. Now, amazingly enough, Tom, this is a live picture that we're looking at. Mike, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you both fine.
Oh, okay, great.
So where are you, Mike?
Right now, I'm on the east side of the city. I'm on, looks like 24, heading towards Chattanooga, and I'm just kind of been doing the inside loops of the interstates today.
Have you seen any accidents? Have you come across any fender benders out there yet?
Actually, surprisingly, no. The roads have actually been very clear. Not a lot of traffic on the road today, as you can imagine. It's kind of similar to what you expect when you're driving on like a wet, rainy day. There's been I've only passed like 1 or 2 motorists that maybe like out of gas, but as far as accidents, I have not come across many.
I think it's because, you know, T-Dot got such a good jump on that. That probably has a lot to do with it. Are you going to go on any of the back roads later? I know we're going to be following you throughout the day on our website.
I plan to do a couple of the back roads. I've gone off occasionally. I've gone over the Gateway Bridge, and I went a little bit downtown. Some of the secondary roads are starting to see a little bit of snow on the sides, and especially on the exit and entrance ramps on the interstates, you're going to go and see a little bit more a pickup of that snow. But right now, like I said, so far, thankfully, it's been pretty clear. But as the day goes on, you know, that may change.
Well, Mike, thanks for doing that super job for us today. And, of course, be careful while you drive, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about multitasking. Thanks so much, Mike. Of course, we're going to be checking out with him throughout the day. We're going to have live coverage of him on our website, streaming.